Om Shanti. Good morning. So, as we know that we are studying the 18th January Murlis for the first 2 weeks. So, today we'll be reading the Murli dated 18th of January 1975. So, this being a Vyakt Mass, I think understanding 18th January's Murli, Baba unfolds various aspects. So, today's Murli heading is an invitation to become the form of an angel and an image that grants visions. So we all know that in the Vyaktvatan, the subtle regions, that our form is of that of an angel, similar to what Brahma Baba has become. So how can we become like that angel? And from there, Brahma Baba is granting visions to all those in the world. So many children also wanted to do seva like Brahma Baba in his advanced form. So how is that possible, and how would one become like Brahma Baba? So Baba is disclosing in this Murli. So we'll be reading this Murli across 2 days, today being the first one. So let's start reading it. Bab Dada is giving love to all the loving children as the response of love. In return for the pearls of tears from the eyes and the garland that the children put across Bab Dada's neck, Bab Dada gives them the garland of the jewels of knowledge. So, especially during those 18th Januaries after Brahma left his mortal coil, majority children were the ones who had seen Brahma Baba. These days, stories is different. These days, even if Brahma Baba, even if there was a Vyakt Milan on 18th January, there would be handful, maybe below 50 souls who have actually seen Brahma Baba. I think most of us in this group are the same. But those were the days where 95% people would have seen Brahma Baba in Sakar form. So the kind of connect which those souls had was quite different than the connect which we have. And of course, Brahma Baba leaving the yajna in physical form so soon. It's just 9 years away. So it's very natural that many children would have those tears, those pearls in eyes, and the guard, and Baba sees that as a garland which we children put around Bab Dada's neck. So the way Baba perceives things is quite different than we perceive normally as someone cries. So Bab Dada is telling, in return he is giving us the garland of the jewels of knowledge. Today, at Amrit Vela, the thoughts of all the loving children reached Bab Dada. Each one's heart-to-heart conversation, each one's pure thoughts and promises reached Bab Dada. Yesterday also in we live in Vardhan of Sakar Murli, Bab Dada re-emphasized the importance of Amrit Vela, how easy it is to connect to Baba during that time. So the same thing Baba is describing for that specific day. Bab Dada says, Bab Dada In response to everyone's heart-to-heart conversation, Babdada himself had the desire to meet everyone in the avyakt form. Children ask the father to come into the corporeal world, whereas the father asks the children to come to the subtle region. Baba's and the children's pure desire is for the children to become avyakt, the same as the father, the resident of the subtle region. So Bapdata is just describing that we children call Baba in the corporeal form while Baba is calling us in the subtle regions. And he wants us to be same as the father. So Baba says, now tell Baba in how much time you will reach the subtle region. You know now how beautiful the meeting in the subtle region is. Bab Dada too cannot return home without the children. Before returning home, a gathering of the Avyakt angels takes place in the subtle region. Bab Dada invokes all the loving children to that gathering. Children invoke the Father and call him into the old world. But the Father is calling you children in the world of angels, from where we will all return together to the world of souls. Do you like this Alokik Avyakt invitation? If you like it, do you not know how to forget the life of the corporeal form and corporeal feelings? Do you know how to be an angel constantly like the Father? Do you know, do you not know how to make the thought of 1 second determined for all time? I have to become this, I have to go there. Do you know now how to claim such a ticket in 1 second? Even whilst having the treasures of all powers, are you not able to reserve this ticket? So Babdita is just asking us so many questions that starting with whether we are liking the invitation. And again, if a person without knowledge would read this, he might get confused because invitation to the Alokik Vyakt Vatan, which Brahma Baba is, that would technically be meaning that we actually kill ourselves physically and reach there, But of course, we all know that Baba has this invitation while we are there in this body. That means we experiencing the incorporeal form while being into the corporeal world. So this is the real challenge, and Baba gives us that challenge as an invitation. And hence he asks the third question: do you not know how to be an angel constantly like the Father? Do you not know how to make the thought of 1 second determined all the time? Do you not know how to claim such a ticket in 1 second? Even whilst having the treasures of all powers, are you not able to reserve this ticket? Together with yourself, can you not enable all souls of the world to claim the inheritance of liberation and liberation in life from the Father by taking them beyond with just a glance? So Baptada has extended this question. Suppose if a child says, yes, I'm coming or I am reserving this ticket. So Baba tells, What about the other souls in the world? They should also be able to claim the inheritance of liberation and liberation of life, mukti or jivan mukti, from the Father by taking them beyond with just a glance. This is interesting. Taking them beyond, that means giving this mukti and jivan mukti just by drishti. Do you have the pure and very strong thought of liberating your devotees and the Father's devotees from wandering around? Abdada is today in a mood of asking so many questions. Each questions, of course, I think we all are having all these thoughts, determinations. Let's see the next question. You are the children of the merciful Father. Are you able to bear seeing souls experiencing a lot of sorrow and peacelessness? Do you not feel compassion? Together with feelings of benefit for souls who are caught up in many types of perishable peace and happiness and who have forgotten their Father and themselves, do you not have the thought of showing them the path and giving them a drop of imperishable attainment? Now, according to the time, instead of giving them the 7 days course, show them the course of 1 second through your blessings and all powers. Only then will you be able to take all souls back with the Father in the world of souls. Hmm? This is quite interesting statement. So Bapdada is telling instead of giving them the 7 days course, show them the course of 1 second through your blessings and all powers. So what does this show? That probably not everyone might do the 7 days course, but even a second of our thought and blessings could help them, could help all the souls to take go back with the Father in the world of souls. You have already received the blessings from the bestower of blessings. May you be bodiless, incorporeal, egoless, and free from vices. That is, make yourself an embodiment of knowledge, an embodiment of remembrance, an embodiment of virtues, and an image that grants visions. So it's the second part of the heading of the Murli Baba is mentioning here. Make yourself an embodiment of knowledge, Gyan Swarup, embodiment of remembrance, Yad Swarup, embodiment of virtues, and an image that grants visions. Anyone who comes in front of you will experience the jewel of the forehead through the forehead, the intense fire through the eyes, and words of blessings through the lips. Just as you have been an instrument to put Bapdada's elevated versions into the physical form, now make this form practical. So let me read the last statement again. Just as you have been an instrument to put Bapdada's elevated versions into the physical form, now make this form practical. Because of their love, cooperation, and service, Bap Dada constantly showers flowers of contentment on the children. He congratulates them on their efforts. Along with that, he is also giving you an invitation for the future to complete the remaining godly service quickly. That is, to make the self equal to the Father. Merge yourself in the outstretched, welcoming arms of the Father and become equal to Him. The visible form of love is become the same. So, what Papa is telling here is telling the importance of contentment. Baba is telling he's constantly showering the flowers of contentment on the children. Baba is congratulating and giving again the invitation for the future to complete the remaining service quickly. Baba is telling us to get merged in the outstretched welcoming arms of the Father, become equal to Him. We must have all seen that photo at Pandavavan gate where Bab Tata is outstretching his hands and welcoming all of us in in the subtle regions. Will you return with Bab Dada today? Are you ever ready to this extent, or will the pure connection of the remaining service pull you? So, have you accomplished all tasks, or do some tasks still remain? Will you finish them from the subtle region? You are making an effort to forget all relationships in 1 second. In the same way, let your original form and your blessed form always be in your awareness. Let there be no name or trace of impurity or of forgetting. This is known as doing the course of blessings. Have you taken the course or do you still have to take it? So, what is the course of blessings? Baba also mentioned earlier that instead of 7 days, let's do the course of 1 second. So, what is that? Baba is telling you are making an effort to forget all relationships in 1 second. In the same way, let your original form and your blessed form always be in your awareness. So, just like Baba says us, always remember Him each second, be into the relationship and forget all other relationships. Yesterday, I think also was this was the main line. So, in the same way, Baba is telling, let your original form and your blessed form always be in your awareness. So, again, the two forms of our five forms, once we have them in our awareness, there will be no name or trace of impurity of forgetting. And that is when we will be doing the course of blessings. Have you taken this course or do you still have to take it? Just so we'll just read another paragraph. We'll close. Just as you do not allow anyone to come to class without having done the 7 days course. In the same way, Brahmin children who have not taken this practical course, do you know which class Babdada does not allow them to go in? They cannot be admitted into the first class. Which is the first class? Since you do not allow them to go to class, Brahma too does not give them the right to enter the first class. In order to go into the first class, you have to have these two main blessings in the practical way. What is forgetfulness and impurity? Let there be ignorance of this. So there should not be the forgetfulness of Baba, remembering only one and not the others, and the impurity, the virtues Baba mentioning earlier, the two forms which we should be practicing. Let there be ignorance of this. You are at the conference age, are you not? So experience these sanskars and this form as though they are not yours, but they were yours in your previous birth. Not of now. I am a Brahmin, and these sanskar and form are of a Shudra. To experience this to be separate to you, that is, that these are the sanskars of someone else, is known as being detached and loving, just as both the body and the soul are separate, but due to ignorance, both have combined. Mine is understood as I, and because of this mistake, they are so much distressed, unhappy, and peaceless. In the same, it is the same with the sanskars of impurity and forgetfulness, which are not mine, that is, they do not belong to Brahmins, but to Shudras. By considering these to be mine, you are influenced by Maya, and then you get, and then you are distressed. That is, you go beyond the honor of being a Brahmin. Check this little mistake as to whether that is your sanskars or not, as to whether it is your form. Do you understand? So let's pause here, mm, and we'll continue the remaining Murli tomorrow. So let us just reflect on the Murli for 2 minutes and then we can start sharing. Okay, so maybe we can start discussion.
Shanti Praful Bhai.
Om Shanti.
You know, where in the beginning of the Murli, where Baba is inviting children to the subtle region, I was just thinking, that song which is generally played, Abu Katira Tumko Pukare, Ajao Brahma, and we call him down. Baba, hamare aaj jao. We are waiting for you. Like we are telling him, oh, my Brahma Baba, see Abu, the place where you stayed. It's see we all children are looking at you with tears in our eyes. Come down. And what Baba is doing, he is outstretching his arms and saying, no, my children, you come now to the subtle region and we will have a nice, lovely meeting. We are calling Baba, come down. And Baba is saying, no, come up. I was just thinking about this who wins on 18th January. Because generally, Shiv Baba used to really support Brahma Baba on that day and tell Brahma Baba, no, you go to the children because just see the children are pulling, loving. Right? That's the first experience I was thinking about when you were reading that he's saying come up and we are saying come down. Om Shanti.
Yes, very right. Actually, even in fact, when Baba mentioned that we are calling him, and the irony is now that Baba is now not coming down these days. He's calling us only in the object form. Even while we go, we have to experience we meeting Baba Dada over there. So yeah, eventually Baba wants all of us become like him and participate in the activities which he's doing. So I'll just take a short break because mm, I need to be leaving. I would suggest you all to continue the discussion. I'll just make Ami Ben the this thing and I can continue the discussion if that is okay.
Yes, Bhaiji, Om Shanti. I like this reflection that one day, instead of 7 day course, 1 second course can be accorded to the other souls through our stage of master that blessings and powers. At 1 second, the soul we should be able to do a grand vision to the other souls, and I think that we can churn on that granting vision means becoming an embodiment of blessings and all powers, and then the other souls will have this experience in 1 second from our bodiless, incorporeal, and egoless stage, absolute pure stage, free from vices. I think that is something which is very unique point from this Murli, that now instead of 7 days, because time is running fast, it's now time to return home. So instead of 7 day course or 3 day course or 1 day course or 1 hour course, even 1 minute course, Bapdada expects us to grant 1 second course through the glance, through the vision and attitude and our stage. Om Shanti.
Prafulbhai, you have left? Has Prafulbhai left?
Yeah, yeah, he left. Yes.
No, because
So
I just had I hope we see in this Murli in the beginning, where Baba is saying, why I am asking you to come to the subtle region, because we have to return home together. So you have to come to the settled region so that return home. I was just checking up the logistics, what Baba is talking here. See, at the final moment, generally Baba says all the souls, billions of souls will, like swarms of mosquitoes, those fireflies, we will go behind Brahma Baba. So I was thinking, Baba, if that is the case, when you're calling us first for an Avyakt angel meeting before going home, where will these other souls be waiting? Because you're not going to call them, because they are not the invitation. Invitation is for the children. So I was just trying to check that logistics. What would happen to those souls? Or will those souls join us after the Avyakt angel meeting with Brahma Baba in the subtle region? Then they'll join. But how? They are down in the corporeal. I just wanted to ask brother about this logistics.
Yeah, that's a good thought. Um, yeah, I think I will share what my thought is on this, and then probably someone else can also share. So I think when we know that the world is not going to get empty, wherein that means there's going to be some souls here to carry out the task. So those who have got that part, right? So everybody has got a unique part to play in this unlimited drama. So those who have got that part will stay back. Not everybody will be able to come back. I think when Baba says the gathering, I think it will be the gathering of Faristas, right? So that means not whole souls, the entire souls of the world. I guess it will be only the Faristas, I mean the Brahmins, so those who will become Devadas, those souls. So even among them, some souls will stay back, and the tapasya will continue, and they will invoke the deity souls right towards the end. So
So now that makes for me one more logistic difficult. These souls who are going to remain, even in the Shastras or in the scriptures, or you see so many people have already mentioned that 6% of the population generally will remain. Now, what about those? They won't touch Paramdam? They won't be there part of the procession? The ones who are going to continue. See, it's just, please don't think it's a doubt and all. Something just when this came churned in my mind, you just now said there'll be some remaining. Yeah, we also know that because there's no total destruction and all. Krishna is born and the thing has to continue. But these souls, when they will touch Paramdam, because anyone, or have they already touched Paramdam and come down as advanced parties? Just a little, if so, it's just for my curiosity of the mind. I'm asking, nothing else. I just wanted to know if anyone can share about it. The souls who are down, so they will continue come down. They'll not be part. Okay, fine, but they also have to touch Paramdam. So have they already touched Paramdam and then come down? Just a doubt.
yeah, anybody can respond to it. So my understanding is, let's see, for example, Krishna's father and mother, okay, Devaki and Vasudeva. So they are Brahmins, right? They are shown as Brahmins. So they do intense tapasya and then invoke Sri Krishna, right? And once their part is over, they will go back to Paranda. Definitely, they have to go back to Paranda. How long they will stay there, we don't know. But they have to go back to Paranda. Only then when they come back, only then they are deities. Okay, so I think it's all about the part. Everybody has got unique parts. So according to their part, they will act that. And we don't know. I mean, Baba has not completely revealed all that secret about how that transformation is going to take place. That is something we will see towards the end in the form of vision. That is what my understanding is. Anyone else have any other thought? Can share this. Chanti. Another point that I wanted to share here about the Ompai was mentioning about the 7 days course instead of giving 7 days course. So we have to become an embodiment of blessings and powers and then give them all. That is going to be the last service, right? And so we will not get enough time to take them through the 7 days course. So I remember one incident that happened in our place wherein one brother happened to accidentally visit um, Mount Abu. So when he visited because he got some invitation to attend a program, and when he visited, he came back after the program, and then he came to the center, and then he wanted to know more about Brahma Kumaris. And yeah, he took the course. There, his experience was quite different. And he said that he was meeting some of the Brahmins there in Madhuban, and then he found it a little different, their behavior, the way they are talking. We know that it is different, right? But this brother who was quite new, I mean, not a BK. So when he was attending the program in Madhuban, when he came in contact with these Brahmin souls, right, and he realized they are different, the way they are interacting, the way they are talking, the way they are looking, right, the way they are, carrying out the task, everything. He found it difficult. I mean, he found it different, and I mean, for him, it was a shock that these sort of people still live in the world, and he wanted to know how to become that, and that's how he came to take up the course, 7 days course. So it is something that similar what Baba is saying here, right? We have to become an embodiment of knowledge, embodiment of remembrance, and embodiment of virtues, and then grand visions, right? Become an image and grand visions. So in a way, this brother might have had some sort of a vision, right? When he saw these people, right? These Baba's children. And he found it because he's from education background, so he works in a institute, okay, and he has not seen anything like that in the past. And suddenly, when he went to Madhuban, he saw this different behavior, different set of people. So he he came to center, and then he elaborated his experience. So that was, so suddenly I remembered that, that is still happening. There are so many children of Baba who are able to grant such visions. So each one of us have to become that, and then show the world that uniqueness. Yeah, each one of us have that capacity. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Uh, just the two subtle aspects of this 1 second course. First one is the course is can be also be seen for own self, that if the soul is in soul consciousness stage and connected to the supreme soul, then the soul is giving the course to by 1 second to own, you know, mind, intellect, and sanskars, training them that look up to me, and I am your king, and follow me. You can say that in that subtle manner. That course can be given by the soul to own faculties, so that the faculties are trained to follow Srimad. That is one subtle aspect. And second is, when the soul is in a soul consciousness stage, then automatically the seven virtues flow, that energy will flow to all. So that instead of focusing on the seven virtues, if the soul is focuses on the soul consciousness state and connection with Baba, automatically the seven virtues, in 7 days kind of course will flow. So it is embedded in that 1 second of soul consciousness state.
Um, even I like that thing about this once again course. If you remember 2 or 3 days back, I think I don't know whether it was in our Avyakt Murli or Sakar Murli, Baba had mentioned just people giving lectures or the 7 days course speaking through your lips or words, you will think that a great service has been done. He's saying, yes, you have only taken people to God. I mean, you have only introduced them to God. But whether they are going to stay with Him, whether they have recognized Him accurately as He is, no, that question is there. So for that, we need some other course. I think that's why Baba is saying, because the 7 day course is like a passport. Just you're coming over here, some kind of, a discipline had to be created, a system had to be created so that they don't ask questions about all knowledge. So this whole knowledge has been classified into these chapters so that basic knowledge could be given, whether it's advanced course or anything. It's just a knowledge filling for the mind. But I think realization, as Baba rightly said, and as the brother also was sharing, it's only when they look at you, and as Vijay Bhai was also sharing about some of that experience of the person, that can change. This itself is okay, but Baba is saying at the end moment, there won't be even, once again, there'll be just touching of souls. I still remember where Surya Bhai was mentioning, it seems in that mala, there are some people who have not visited even Madhuban. Such kind of people are there. So they have got touched, and then how they come. So just see the electrical kind of touch which we are going to get. That's why I think Baba is now speaking. And as you rightly said, Bijit Bhai, we have to create that awareness through our eyes, through our behavior, through our actions for them to know we are really practicing what we are saying. Otherwise, I've seen so many people, I've got why even in my own relatives who have left, they have taken the course, they did everything, but something else they saw and they left. I think that's what I take this once again course to be. Om Shanti.
Also, brother Baba mentioned about the two blessings, that is, should not be the forgetfulness and impurity. So that point touched me, brother. So it means a lot. We have to give more focus on that. Om Shanti, brother.
Isn't blessing be pure, be yogi? Is that the blessing, Bijit Bhai?
Yes, yes, sister. Because Baba mentioned about
Be pure,
forgetfulness.
be
So it
yogi.
is remembrance, na? So it's remembrance and purity, holy and yogi.
Yes, correct. Yeah, thank you.
What is that blessing course? If suppose we could churn on that, I want to know what is that course on blessing. It's something very nice. Baba mentioned, but he has not clarified it. There should be a blessing course. Only then you will get a right to first class. What is that course on blessing? How do each one of you really take up that?
Shanti sister, if I may add here, I'm not very sure, but still, like Baba blesses us as embodiment of peace, embodiment of happiness and tolerance. You know, once we sit towards such souls who want to share, who want to talk, and then patiently listen to them, they get an answer from themselves and may transform. So, such kind of a blessing of patience, blessing of tolerance, once we become an embodiment, they get an answer for themselves. Maybe that's how they would transform. And once we then empower them with knowledge, maybe that again can further lift them up. So maybe Baba might be revealing this way. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Yeah, that's very nice, Vinod, by the way you said. You know what I do? I go to the basic level. I was just thinking, how do I bless everyone? So, what I do generally, I carry some in my pockets, some of these blessing cards. And when I go for a walk, if I see somebody just throwing a smile at me or just nodding at me, I just go down. Especially, I did this for New Year. And I just tell them, can I just give you a blessing? I mean, they say, what is it? I said, no, close your eyes, think what you want, and pick. And then they get it. Then they say, but we are not this. I said, see, you're not that, you're thinking. But today, God is saying you're that. I don't know. I'm telling you a very basic level, but I really want to go ahead in this because I find that is the prime quality of deities, the hand lifting and blessing. And I think that we should do for the whole world, even your family, people outside, anyone. And I found the only way I could do like this. If I can't go and tell everyone, Ayushman Bhava, that Bhava, and all. But I really want to know, is there any other path for this blessing course if any one of you are practicing anything?
So I think yesterday's Vardhan was very good. I mean, it can go well with this. Baba says at Amrita Vela, we need to take and then give, right? And we have to become Vardhani, Mahadani. So at Amrita Vela time, we should take as much as possible from Baba and then we should give it. I think it's the practice that one needs to do, right? So we might be taking it from Baba, some might be taking it, but they may not be giving. That means not sharing with others. Some might be, not even taking during Amrita Vela. So Baba emphasized that to do during Amrita Vela. So Brahma Baba did that, so we know. So so this Avyakt month, we have this opportunity to become that, practice that. Varadani, Mahadani. Oh, Shanti. If no other sharings, then we can sit in silence and remember Baba for 1 minute and then close the session for today. Om Shanti. So let's sit in silence and then we'll close the session for today.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you to Praful Bhai. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a wonderful day.